Hi, dear students. Let me wish that all are safe at home. All of you might have played with a ball. If you made a ball to roll in a ground, after some time, it slows down and comes to rest. Even without applying a force, the ball itself comes to rest. What is the reason for it? In the same way, we can step normally in a ground. We can walk normally in a hard surface. But if we step on a banana peel, what will happen? We may fall down. What is the reason for these things? Have you ever think about it? See another example. Here you can see a boy is pushing a box. It is very hard to push the box. Why it is so? All these are due to an unseen opposing force or unseen resistive force is there. Let's see them in detail. Here you can see this boy is pushing this box. Here two surfaces are there. One is the floor, the other is the bottom part of this box. These two surfaces are in touch. Second thing we should consider is that the box is sliding on this floor. The box is sliding on this floor. When it is sliding, an opposing force arises from the bottom part, that means from the floor to this box. Thus, opposing force is resisting the motion of this box. That is why it is very hard to push it. Let me say one more thing. The boy is pushing in this direction and the box is also moving in this same direction itself. But the opposing force or the resistive force will be acting just opposite to that. That means the boy is pushing in this direction, but the resistive force or the frictional force or the opposing force will be acting from just opposite to it, that is in this direction. Did you understand it? That is why it is very hard to push the box. Now let's see the previous example. That means the ball is rolling on a ground. Here, which are the two surfaces? Can you tell me? First surface is the bottom portion of the ball. That is the first surface. Which is the second surface? This is the ground. This portion of the ground is the second. Now, whether they slide or roll, here the ball is rolling on the ground. Two surfaces are there. Those two surfaces are in contact and the ball is rolling. Now, after some time, the ball comes to rest. The reason is that there is an unseen oppositional force. That unseen oppositional force is called friction or frictional forces. Now, can you make a definition for this unseen oppositional force? Unseen oppositional force. That means two surfaces should be there. Those two surfaces must be in contact. They must either slide or roll. Then an opposing force arises. Such type of force is called frictional forces or simply friction. So we can define it as frictional force refers to the force generated by two surfaces that are in contact and slide against each other. Now, I think you understand it. Let's see some examples. Here, from this figure, it is very clear that here this is the pushing force. That means in this direction, we are pushing it and it will be moving in the same direction that object will be moving in the same direction itself. And the oppositional force, the friction or the frictional force will be in the reverse direction. Friction always works in the direction opposite to the direction in which the object is moving or trying to move. Please note this point. It is very important. Friction always works in the direction opposite to the direction in which the object is moving. And also, friction always slows a moving object down. Friction always slows down the speed of a moving object. Now let's see some examples. Some examples from daily life are a ball rolling on a ground. We are writing with a pen and pencil. We can walk, run and play in the ground. And also you can see a baby is sliding down a garden slide. All these are the examples. Let's see how the frictional force helps us in writing. Here, which is the first condition, there should be two surfaces. Which are those two surfaces? This sheet of paper, that is the first surface. At the tip of the pencil or pen, that is the second surface. Whether they are in contact? Yeah, they are in contact. What is the third one? They should either slide or roll. Here, we used to slide the pencil, no? They are in contact also. So, now an opposing force is arising from the sheet of paper to the pencil. Because of that, we can write. A frictional force is created when the tip of the pen or pencil comes in contact with the surface of the paper. It enables us to write. Now let's see another example. That is, you can see the man is walking. Here, the foot of the person applies or pushes a backward movement will be there. Just step and check it. If we step on a ground, we are applying a backward force on the ground. At that time, the ground applies an oppositional force. That oppositional force helps us in moving forward. That oppositional force is termed as friction or frictional force. So we can say that because of the frictional force, we can walk or run in a hard surface. That's why the case, we are very hard to move in a smooth surface. That means there the frictional force is very less. But in a hard surface, it is having a very high frictional force. The next example, sliding on a garden slide. Here you can see the boy is sliding on a garden slide. In case of a slide in the garden, which are the two surfaces? The back side of the boy is the first surface and the slide is the second surface. Whether they rub each other or in contact with each other? Yeah. Both of these surfaces are in contact also. So we can say that here also a frictional force arises. Now consider the case, if the boy is sliding without a frictional force, what may happen? It may cause injury to the boy. Without friction, a slide would accelerate the rider too quickly, resulting in possible injury due to the fall. Without friction, the boy may suddenly reach the bottom. That means it may cause harm to the or injury to the boy. That's all for today. I'm giving you a work. Tomorrow, find at least 5 examples from daily life where frictional forces arises. Thank you.